Hello, hello, my lovely Guardians. So this is going to be yet another game of Nunu in the jungle. Talisman, potion, drink it, don't leave. Don't leave base without it. And our ever popular consume. How this game is going to go down is the Ilioi is going to have to deal with things on her own. I'll have to deal with the goofball Ezreal jungle. But luckily I'll be able to steal his red, so goofball Ezreal jungle can't make that much of an impact on the game. That is, unless he goes for my red. Which will make his pathing a little weird. So yeah, I feel like we have the better comp. We have a sort of tank with a tank, and they have a Garen with no sort of tanks. We have sustain with a Kali. We've got power with the Jinx, and we have shields coming from the Janna. I like our comp. Yes, but doesn't mean that we can't, can slack off. I'm gonna wait till Garen shows up here. There he is. The mid laner could be helping the Ezreal out. I'm not sure where the mid laner is. Okay, there's Annie. Gonna pull it over here. Kinda waiting for our cooldowns. Oh, I gotta get out of there. Okay, there we go. Nope. Sorry, Ezreal. I didn't mean to pop your parade there, but Ezreal. Oh wow. Kali must have been pretty far off there. Alright, so the Ezreal could be going for my red. Yeah, I know. I still have my smite for 10 damage. I have to walk straight into the brush here. Okay. And I'm gonna make sure that oh, there he is. There we go. Taking out the trash, boys. See, Ezreal really needs that red buff. Otherwise, he won't be able to do things properly. And, but yeah. Ezreal needs that red buff. I almost feel like stealing a few extra things away from the Ezreal. Okay, Ezreal. So Ezreal's just gonna be wasting time. I'm gonna steal his stuff so he can't do anything later on in the game. Alright, I'm gonna ward. Okay. Took that already. Hopefully I won't get spotted. Alright, I don't think I did. So farming like this does a couple of things. It allows Ilioya to know that she's safe. And Ezreal is gonna find nothing. Ezreal is gonna find squat in farm. Alright, so we're gonna get Bommy's Cinder, we're gonna get Tracker's Knife, and we're gonna get a Control Ward in addition to beefing that up. The Iliois hung around a little too long. We're going to get Raptors here, and then we're gonna go through the jungle to the red. And we'll have to ignore what's going on bot lane at the moment. Because Ezreal right now, there's no need for him to be up here. "20 seconds for the Ezreal. Let's actually get some warding right there. 11 seconds. And we'll ward over here. This could be warded by Ezreal. Pull it over there. Now we've got 480. Okay, there's Ezreal. There is the big man Ezreal. Oh, he's gonna go right for his he's gonna go right for his red. And it's not gonna be there. Now he could go for a steal on me here. Nope. Yep. Oh, that's got a stink, mister. Alright. Nope. Nope. Ah. Okay, so that wasn't actually, that wasn't actually warded. That's pretty interesting. So we're gonna reward ourselves by taking more of our buddy's jungle here. Make sure that we teach these Ezreal players what's going on. But yeah, what I find is there's a lot of Ezreal players that will showboat because they know how to affect the game in certain ways. But if you know how to take care of the situation, then you'll be just fine. Alright, so we're gonna go for that. And then we're gonna head out. Oh, the Ezreal. He's just getting just stomped in his own jungle. And the Akali is just performing nicely. So we're gonna continue. We're gonna ward this area. And then we're going to continue to steal farm from the Ezreal. Alright, we're gonna push there and then place a ward there. So we're a little prepared in case the Ezreal... Okay, that's actually gone. We'll just take this for fun. And we're going to be committed to stealing everything that we can from the Ezreal. So at this stage in the game, Ezreal can't do anything. Alright, did that. The order was poor there. Alright, we're just gonna leave Ezreal alone. Maybe Akali gets it. His Raptors should be coming up, I think. Okay. Well, she is gutsy right there. Gonna wait for the Raptors? No? Raptors? No Raptors? Yeah, there's Raptors. Pull it out a little bit. Annie is not important. Just stealing that Ezreal farm is important. Hopefully we won't get spotted by minions up here. Hide ourselves a little bit. We're not concerned with the fact that the fact that Ilioi wants some help. We're not going to pay any attention to. Oh, we've been spotted by the minion. That's all right, because Ezreal should be over there. All right, so 570, and Ezreal is just so totally underfarmed. Nope. There you go, Akali. Enjoy it. All right. So Akali is unstoppable. We're gonna continue infiltrating our friend's jungle here. Just take everything. Alright, I thought that might be not there. Gonna pull this down. Might is at 600, but we probably won't need it. Not gonna worry about Akali. Gonna worry about the Ezreal getting any farm whatsoever. So this area won't be back that quick. But as far as farm, like, Ezreal is so boned. Alright, we won't worry about that. We won't show ourselves. Ezreal is so lacking in damage, it is ridiculous. You check that out. He's got 30 CS to my 80 CS. Alright, we're gonna go for... We're gonna cut across. Go for his, Raptors here. But I'm not sure... I mean, it doesn't... Alright, we're gonna use our smite here. Or actually, no, we're just gonna consider. I don't know what the Ezreal is thinking, man. Hey, that's not nice. Okay, she's gonna try, her best to kill me, I guess. Woo! Alright. There we go. Thanks for 50 gold, Nanny. Alright. Now to go save top tower. We're doing pretty well this game. We might as well take this to tower, actually. Ezreal is dead. The Garen is occupado. And we're gonna see if we can steal this. Yes, we can. So, I have been an absolute thorn in the Ezreal's side here. And Akali is just going to... She scales in the late game. So she's just going to be a massive pain in everybody. Alright, so we're going to go for... What should we go for? Ninja Tabe seems pretty good. Then let's go for... that next, so I don't take so much damage from the Annie. Then we're gonna head out. We're gonna head out this way because we're gonna look to get, oh, nice, Akali. Or, Ilioi! Oh, she's gonna lose it. Oh, almost. Almost. Pretty intense fight there. We're gonna look to steal more of Ezreal's farm here. I should just say all of Ezreal's farm. Alright, we're not even gonna worry about the okay, 680. Ah, he missed it again. Rough. Consume is so rough to fight against. Okay. So Ezreal cannot be very effective without his red buff. Alright, so we're gonna go top side, get some of this farm. We don't know where the Garen is, so we are going to not push that the entire way, and then we're going to go for the Rift Herald. Be able to take this down pretty quickly. I got the timing off there. There we go. So we'll be able to take this down with time to spare. There we go. Now I'm threatening top here, since they're all over there. And sometimes, like, the threat of Herald can be just good enough. Alright, here comes the damage. Alright, one tower down. So with the ADC busy, they can't really, they have a hard time knowing exactly what they need to do. I'm going to be hanging around. Yeah, I don't care. See you later. Grab my scuttles here. So this is a fairly pivotal moment in the game where we need to get the Baron. It's a good job on the Akali. However, it looks like Akali's gonna have a time getting away from the situation. I'm gonna try to steal some camps here. Gonna continue farming. Well, actually, without Garen there, that might be a good opportunity for us. Oh, we can see if this is gonna work. Right, we're gonna distract a little bit. Use a pot. Alright, the Garen is causing a big problem here. Alright. Pop my pot. And I gotta go back. But yeah, the Jinx was not doing enough damage there. Okay. So they tricked me. They knew that I was there. Or they just discovered that I was there. We're gonna get Frozen Heart. And that's one of the things that happens with Ilioi. She falls off. Oh, that's interesting. It should be dead. Yeah, it's dead. But yeah, the Ezreal relies on red buff a lot. Just taking away the red buff away from the Ezreal is quite impactful. So what happened was Ezreal cleaned up on this area, and then he decided to get me there. What I should have done... Okay. Zayas should be dead. gonna steal this. They need to keep away from Ezreal though. We really can't fight them. We're gonna steal one little minion away. We're gonna have her go over there. There, maybe we can steal a blue buff. Nope, no blue buff. Zai's gonna go for nothing. Okay. So they're really they're still not grouped up. They're trying to use Baron buff effectively. We're gonna try to stop the Garen. Yeah, that doesn't work on me, Garen. Enjoy it. Zaya should be dead. So without Zaya, the Garen won't be able to do anything. There's the Ezreal. Now the Garen's still a big issue here. Alright, so that was not the best idea to go that way. So we still can't directly... We still can't directly attack them because of the Garen. Because Jinx does not have the right items to deal with the Baron yet. I mean, what am I dealing with the Garen? Not the Baron. So we just have to wait a bit so Jinx can get some farm so she could do damage to the Garen. Alright, now we gotta get out. Yep. People are having such a hard time with the Garen. Jinx does not have the damage. Not in the slightest. So yeah, the mistake was the ice ultimate was okay, but the fact that Jinx does no damage is still a big issue. Garen has a lot of abilities to continue to survive, and we're not able to crack that. We're gonna get that to try to protect, and hopefully we get a Baron. But still, Jinx does no damage. She does not do any damage. We can't rely on her for damage. So we just have to keep it in mind. She does no damage. I think Annie took blue buff. Oh no, she didn't. Alright, we're looking at 850. Ezreal's most likely got this zeroed in. Jinx is alone. So our team definitely does not have the damage. Unless they pull out some kind of miracle here. Yeah, the Garen is just going to continue being really useful. So we're going to try what we can. farm-wise, we're gonna get to scoop this stuff up. So this is the kind of thing that Jinx needs to do. He needs to farm. And if you guys ever have been in this situation, now they're overextending. They need to like recalibrate what they're doing. Because I'm gonna be scooping up Baron here. Yeah, Lulu knows what's up. Alright, I should be able to get out fine. Alright, maybe not. So they actually wasted a lot of time doing that. There's no point for them to do that. Okay, Jinx is too close. Yeah. They can't handle the damage that comes from Garen and his survivability. It's one thing that Jinx hasn't figured out. I mean, there is a... We're gonna get rid of that. There is a learning curve for Jinx. She has to die so many times before she realizes that her positioning is poor. That's unfortunately the case there. I should be fine. So I just need a support here. Nice, okay. But we're at a bit of a stalemate here. Need one person for Baron. There we go. So that'll reduce some risk here. But the game is very much crazy right now. I will be dead for quite some time. But soon, Jinx will do damage. Hopefully. Alright, I'm gonna steal this away from our buddy here. Oh no. Wow. We just need to, There we go. I think we got this, guys. Okay. Messy, but effective. Alright, let's get it started. No idea how we pull that off. So 950. Arch does not want to screw this one up. 950. Easy peasy, boys. Alright. So what are we looking for? Some redemption? I think so. Let's look for a little redemption. That's what we need this game, is redemption. Alright, so we need we don't have any dragons. So it's not gonna be that useful that we get this. So we should put some wards. Definitely should put some wards around the area. Alright, try to get rid of this guy right here. Alright, so we should be able to start this. Well. Right. Alright, 1,000 damage. We do 1,000 damage. Ezreal does a lot of damage from. Nice, nice. Yeah. All right, that's game. Yeah. That is game. Gonna speed up our Jinx here. Yeah. 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 We did it! Alright, oh my goodness, this game! That was some crazy stuff. Finally, Jinx got some damage. Alright, I think this is going to Gianna, man. Yeah, let's go into Gianna. Oh, that was really spectacular. Okay, so Ezreal is 136 to my 241. So he was a competent player. He was getting a lot of assists and some solo kills. But if you know how to torture Ezreal jungle, he has such a hard time. He can't outsmite or whatever the Nunu. So let's do a little itemization. Redemption for some survivability for my other champions, Frozen Heart, so people are slowed down in the area that do auto attacks, Spirit Passage, because Annie does a lot of damage, and Lockety on Solari, because They all kind of do. There's a varying degree of AoE magic that's coming out of their team, which is fairly scary. And that's going to help out our other teammates. The Ilioi. Now, sadly, Ilioi falls off, and the Ilioi Garen matchup is not a good one. Because Ilioi, unless you're just really good and you know exactly how to take care of a Garen, that lane, and usually at this elo, you'll end up, the Garen will go late game. And because he was so effective into the mid game, like, we almost lost the game. And that was because Jinx needed to have an item to deal with all that health, and she still doesn't have an item like that, but she ramped up a little bit in damage. Most of the kills and the sustain coming from our team is coming from the Akali. Akali was doing work this game, and somehow Jinx still never went for something like the item that targets high health champions, or at least go for a last whisper to deal with all the armor coming out of Garen. Oh my goodness. Garen, all he had to do is stomp his Q, hit Jinx under tower, spin to win, and take Jinx out. That's all Garen had to do, and then Garen had plenty of ways to get around it. But the last fight, especially, I think the team was a bit... They were definitely out of sorts there. They were disheveled, and I think it has to do with a couple of the follow-up kills, because Xayah got killed, and then Xayah got killed again. Because Xayah was just, doing her own thing, but she shouldn't be traipsing around the jungle or the river, especially without her team. But Xayah does what Xayah wants to do. So yeah, coming from the Ilioi, again, how this champion works is if she gets snowballing, she's quite the ticket to deal with. But come late game, it's difficult for her to make any impact. Because the issue is, a while back, her ultimate got nerfed where it didn't last as long. So she didn't have nearly as much sustain, and you can't pull off these ridiculous 5 versus 1 matchups. Unless you're just so far ahead that nobody wants to fight you anywhere. And even so, that this build is not really gauged. I mean, defensively, it looks good. She's got Black Cleaver to do with Garen. She's got Dead Man's Plate to get around, so she can have some survivability, plus catch someone's spirit. Steric's Gauge for more survivability, and Spirit Visage for survivability versus their AP champions. And it looks like Phage that was developing into Trinity Force, but she's already getting this movement speed buff from her Black Cleaver, I believe. Yeah, she gets that passive already from Black Cleaver, so she should go for her Sheen at this point. This does provide a little more health, but I think she's good on health and minus a little on damage. One of the things to get ahead with Ilioi is being able to get a Trinity Force or a Sheen early on, but that makes you vulnerable to ganks, and you don't have nearly as much health, and you go more offensive, but you do a lot of damage. But late game, Ilioi falls off because she's a bit... It's just, the enemy knows how to deal with, avoiding her pulling spirits, and if she does pull a spirit, all Garen or anybody has to do is walk away. But then you have a slow debuff for a little while, but then who cares, because you can still be useful, especially as Garen. But yeah, her kit is a little clunky when it comes to the late game. The 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 Jinx. All right, the Jinx, i.e., I would have gone Static Shiv instead of Runon for the burst. Essence Reaver is okay, I guess. I would have gone for so I would go Static Shiv, Infinity Edge, and then I would start working on Last Whisper or something to be a little more effective. These items really need to be curtailed, or they need to be for this game. They need to be able to handle the Garen and the high health guys. Like even Lulu is fairly high health. Yeah, so I mean, because Garen was just making such a mess of things. So yeah, itemization is awfully wonk. I would get again Infinity Edge going into Static Shiv, and then go something like Last Whisper or Draktar's something or other that targets health. But she's stacking Critical Strike, which will be effective on their squishies. That Garen was such a monster. Why would you? I don't know. I don't know the logic behind that. I guess like she's thinking that they're gonna get Garen off of her, and she can concentrate on squishies. But Garen was all the time right in the thick of it, dealing with things. The Akali was. I should have, if I would have known her KDA was this high and her involvement with team fights and some solar kills that extended the game for us to live, those were important. So good job, Akali. So you get your standard Lich Bane, you get your Hex Tech for survivability, and Zanya's Hourglass for annoyability. And she was going for more damage with some survivability at Haunting Geist. And Void Staff to cut down on the armor or the magic pen from the other team, but the only magic pen that they really had was Annie. So that's still gonna do a decent amount of damage. The Gianna, the shields from Gianna are always so useful, so that's one of the reasons why I kind of auto chose the Gianna for an honor. Sensor, you got Lock of the Iron Solari, Redemption, so lots of recovery health from them. From the enemy team, you got the Lulu with Redemption, same sort of setup. Ardent Sensor and Eye of the Oasis, so she can get wards on the map. And this Lulu was especially annoying. Ezreal was able to chunk me quite a bit, and then with Lulu's speed ups and his shields, you know, how do you deal with that? The Garen, you're looking at Randuin's Omen, so Jinx is not going to do any damage to Garen. He's going solid tank with Black Cleaver. So he's going to be able to solo Jinx, essentially. So if Jinx is out of position, and Garen's gonna clean up on that. The Xayah made some questionable choices as far as positioning and some other things. 1, 9, and 7. So that KDA kind of tells me that both of our ADCs were in a league of their own in this game. They're getting carried hard by all league forces, man. The games that these people are in, they're just going off the wall bananas. And then the Ezreal was trying to affect the early game because he could see that I was just stealing all the farm, and he was probably pretty frustrated with that. For the fact that he tried to solo kill me, but it really wasn't a solo kill because he got assists from Lulu. But he's going for a bursty build. He's going for Trinity Force, including Duskblade of Drakthar for a little extra damage. Some Bilgewater Cutlass to deal with my massive health. And then enchantment, red enchant, because he's afraid that someone's going to solo him when there's no way I would ever solo him. And he's even got a Mortal Reminder, which is going to inflict grievous wounds, and unique passive Last Whisper, 30% bonus armor. So he's dealing with armor too, but the only real armor is on me, and in the first, and well, okay, a little in Ilioi, but I mean that's okay. But I don't think that I'm posing so much of an armor threat that Ezreal has to go Mortal Reminder. I think Ezreal really needs to just concentrate his build on taking out the squishies. And how easy is it to avoid a Nunu? Especially if you're Ezreal, you just zip over a wall. And then finally the Annie. Annie's got a build that is a little it's damage, it's more damage oriented, but she's got a little offense there. So it will cut down her damage spike a little bit. I don't think it was a big issue. She's gonna do plenty of damage, especially with this team with Garen getting in there, and Annie just has to make some of her, like, do one thing of stuns and popping the bear, and somebody's gonna die, or the team's their team comp was looking. The best thing about their team comp was Garen. It allowed them to make so many good plays, and Garen just kind of gets out of there scot-free. So Annie does enough damage, and she's got survivability, which is, I would say that's the way to go. That's the way I would build Annie. Not exactly this type of survivability, but it makes it confusing. It makes it more difficult than some people realize, because people realize, oh, Annie's a carry, so she's going to not go, so she's going to go full offense. But if you trick people and they try to go for your kill, and you're under your tower, and they're taking free shots, and you're still not dead yet because you have extra health, well, then that really does complicate things for the enemy. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Oh my goodness, this was some work. Stealing from the Ezreal, catching out the Xayah, getting the Barons and the Elder. I don't think the Elder didn't really do a whole lot for us in the end, because we didn't have any dragon stacks. But it must have did something, because we won that last fight, which led into the win. Hey. You gotta love when things pull together like that. But it's awesome also that none of our guys got so upset that they quit, and the enemy team was strong too. So that was a match, and that's what you want to see. All right, guys, I will see you next episode. This is Arch signing out. Hi-oh!